Hey guys, you're watching Team APS, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing my top 5 favorite cards from Dimension of Chaos. This doesn't include archetype-specific cards, so I'm not gonna be like, oh, my favorite card is Magispect or something. No, it's just sort of generic cards that I think can be used in a couple of different cool ways. Some are good, some are bad. It's not really what I think are the best cards. These are just kind of interesting cards, my favorite cards. At the end of the video, I want you guys to list some of your favorite cards from Dimension of Chaos and how you think they can be creatively used. Let's get started. So the first card is Painful Escape. I'm going to be reading these cards off my computer because some of these effects are rather long. So you tribute a monster and you add a monster with the same original type, attribute, and level, but a different name, from your deck or your graveyard to your hand. So what makes this card pretty neat is that you can use this in something like, say, Burning Abyss. All the Burning Abyss monsters are Dark Level 3 Fiends, so you can tribute any of them and search any other of them, and that's neat because that's just searchability. You can search it from your deck or your grave. It's also cool, you can use it with Cleaforts, another deck that I know is dead, but still, if you tribute like a Helix or a, the other one, I don't know their names, you get their tribute effects, so very neat. It kind of reminds me of that old card Transmodify that got a little bit of use early on. It's similar in a way. So very cool. I like the idea of it. The only annoying part about this card is that it's like a trap. So it's a little bit slow. But you know, and maybe telegraph if your opponent's seen it once before. But it's neat, and there are a lot of decks that could probably make like decent use of this. I mean, things that also come to mind are like Mermails, Fire Fists. A lot of adult Jake cards. Wait, no, actually, some of them might work. I don't know. Yeah, so really cool card, really cool trap. It's something I think can be used pretty creatively and kind of in a more combo deck. So if you think of like a cool original way to run this, I'd love to know. So leave that in the comments if nothing else. Next is Dr. FRANKENDERP. So when I read this card, like I saw a lot of potential in it if they had maybe reworded it a little bit differently. But I'll read. By the way, it's like a dark psychic tuner with like a little bit of attack. If it's normal or special summoned, you can pay 500 life points, look at the top card of your deck, place it on the bottom of the deck, or reveal it and add it to your hand, but skip your next draw phase if you add it to your hand. You can only use this effect of Dr. FRANKENDERP once per turn. So obviously it's a bit of an overly balanced card. It'd be great if you could just add the card from your deck to your hand and like that was that, but you have to skip your next draw phase, so that's kind of lame. The cool part though is that you can summon this with like emergency teleport, so that's neat, that's something. It gets this effect if it's normal or special summon. That's cool too, and also you can just put the card on the bottom of your deck and not have to like skip your standby phase. Maybe this could be used in kind of a cool psychic build. Unfortunately, it just feels like it's maybe a little bit slow. It's kind of, I like this card more for the concepts, not for the execution of the effect. So, what can you do? I wish they'd maybe just taken on that skipping your draw phase thing, just made it a +1, but I guess that could be broken and abused, but nothing really, whatever. Anyways, I think the card's really cool. I like the artwork. Dr. FRANKENDERP's a funny name, so if this card was a little bit derpier, maybe it would be good. Next is Pot of the Forbidden. I think a lot of people like this card. It's like level 9, I think. So it's got a flip effect. You can activate one of these effects, draw 2 cards, return all spell and trap cards in the field of the hand, destroy all monsters your opponent controls, or look at your opponent's hand and shuffle 1 card from their hand into the deck. You can only use the effect of Pot of the Forbidden once per turn. Obviously it's called Pot of the Forbidden because it's based off of 4 different forbidden cards. Which ones will those be? Pot of Greed, Giant Trunade, Raigeki, which is not forbidden anymore, and Forceful Sentry. So really neat. The only thing is it's kind of tough to actually get this guy set and flip him successfully. He's level 9, so you gotta tribute 2 monsters. If you tribute 2 monsters and set this thing, it's probably fairly telegraphed that it's this card. So it's like they've seen it once. I also don't think the effects are like overly powerful in today's game. Maybe like a few years back that would have been great. But I think it's fun. Apparently Prediction Princesses can use this thing easily. One of them has some effect that can like set things from the deck or grave or something. I don't know. I just like the effect. I think it's neat that they kind of are giving a throwback to banned cards. Konami does that every now and again. And so they call it like Pot of the Forbidden because these are forbidden cards. Instead of Pot of Taboos because, you know, they weren't going to use a word like taboo in Yu-Gi-Oh! So if someone can like make this deck kind of work, or make a deck around this card, even if it's a little bit gimmicky, I still think it'd be a lot of fun. So it's one of the cooler ones. I don't know. let me know if you guys can think of a better way to use this. Next is Super Rush Headlong. It's a quick play spell. You target a face-up monster you control and declare an attribute. If that target battles an opponent's monster with that attribute this turn, destroy that opponent's monster at the start of the damage step. So basically you can like turn your monster into a catastor for any attribute. And it's a quick play spell, so very cool. You can activate it from your hand in like your turn or also just set it. It's very flexible. It's probably better used on a monster that can attack multiple times. So like, you know, imagine say Bujinte Susanoo or like even Blackluster Soldier. You know, well actually, wait, no, that wouldn't disrupt a battle, never mind. Scratch that, I'm dumb. But yeah, any monster that like can get multiple attacks per turn, there are a few different ones in the game. You guys kind of know what they are. But yeah, you know, anything that you could use this with, it sounds pretty fun. Otherwise, it's kind of just a 1-for-1, so I'm not like a big fan of that part of it. But I do like that it basically just means you will win this battle. When you use it, you can just pick and choose, and that's really great. So, neat card. There are actually like a few other like Rush Recklessly based cards, so very neat. The artwork on this card is also the bull or whatever from Rush Recklessly, so fun fact there. And my last favorite card is Shuffle Reborn, a really quirky spell. If you control non-monsters, target a monster in your grave, this will summon it, but its effects are negated, also banish it during the end phase. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one card you control, shuffle it into the deck, then draw one card. Also during the end phase of this turn, banish one card from your hand. You can only use this effect of Shuffle Reborn once per turn. So, it's kind of neat that you can activate multiple shuffle returns in one turn. You probably won't be doing that, but you can, so that's kind of cool. It's basically a sort of a Monster Reborn. The thing is, you have to make sure that you actually use the monster that you summon in some sort of a way, so like synchro with it or Xyz with it, not that hard in today's standards, so that it doesn't get banished. And also, you can sort of circumvent the second effect where you have to banish a card from your hand during the end phase. You can circumvent that by just kind of setting your whole hand. So maybe in a deck like Infinity's that'd be even easier. But I like the card. It's really weird, but I think there's potential in it. I mean, I don't know that it's like really a great card. It's really like Dr. FRANKENDERP and stuff. It's really very balanced. Is kind of my gripe with it. I saw like potential, but then I was like, too many weird restrictions. But it's a really cool card. It seems like it should have some use potentially in a combo-based deck. It's also nice that it's a generic sort of spell that just brings something back, because most of the time those are traps, like Pinpoint Guard and that other one that came out recently, Call of the Haunted and stuff. So I don't know that it's incredible, but I like that it's a normal spell that can bring a monster back, and you don't even have to use its second effect if you don't want to. So very cool. Those are the 5 cards I like in Dimension of Chaos. I'm really excited to hear what you guys think. Dimension of Chaos has some really quirky cards. Unfortunately, Breakers of Shadow kind of seems like it's going to largely overshadow it, but still, set's neat, set's cool, it's got a few generic things. So what are your favorite cards from Dimension of Chaos? And if you want to win a first edition box of Dimension of Chaos that I'm giving away, provided by TCG Player, then you can check the description of this video for a link to enter the contest. All you have to do is be subscribed to my channel, but you can get extra entries by liking my Facebook page or following me on Twitter, things like that, following TCG Player. It gets you extra entries, so it's very cool. For all those details, just click the description. It's very easy to do. I hope you guys liked the video. Hope you guys leave those comments, subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh, and we'll catch you guys later. See ya.